Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's class. Today, we're going to be speaking about how to speak in English, or rather, three things easy steps, or three things that you should keep in mind if you want to learn to start speaking in English. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody is not a native English speaker, meaning everybody's native mother tongue was different. Mine is Tamil. Yours could be Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, any of the obscene number of languages we have in India. So nobody was born speaking English is what I'm trying to say, including me. I was born a Tamilian and I started speaking in Tamil. So there was a day when I started speaking in English. How did I do that? What are the three steps to follow to start speaking in English? How do you start? How do you start? Because that starting is just so difficult for so many of us. The first thing that we need to keep in mind is that nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Even native English speakers make mistakes in their communication, in their grammar, because not everybody knows the syntax of the grammar of the whole language when they're born. We all learn even our mother tongues. Even Tamil, I need to learn grammar in Tamil. I'm not born with my grammar. So in the same way, native English speakers themselves have to learn how to speak their native tongue. So how difficult it is for us as a non-native speaker to be able to speak in English. So we're doing amazing jobs, trying to even speak a second language. Which comes back to the first point. Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody is 100% perfect. So that's the first step. You need to be confident enough to start talking even with your mistakes. Even with the knowledge that you will make mistakes when you talk. Because it is when you make mistakes that you learn and that you know how to improve yourself, where to improve yourself. If you don't make mistakes, well and good, you must be really good in English and you wouldn't be even watching this video. So you are doing this for the first time and you know you're going to make mistakes, but that is when you actually need to go ahead and do it, even when you know you're going to make mistakes. Because everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Native English speakers make mistakes. Mistake is a part of the learning process. And that's where you need to be confident enough to put your foot forward and take it ahead. And that brings us to the point 2 of 3 easy steps to follow. The second step is what stops us from taking the first step of starting to talk in English. Our idea of what people might think of us when we make a mistake. We have this preconceived notion that people will think bad of us if I make a mistake, and they will think, oh, she doesn't even know to speak in English. Just look how bad her English is. They might not say it to our face, but they will think it is what you're thinking. But let me tell you, they couldn't care less. Nobody is going to be sitting and correcting your grammar in their mind unless it's a grammar teacher or an English teacher. I don't think you're going to be going around talking to English teachers. So every single person, first of all, will not know the proper grammar themselves. So I think you can be rest assured that nobody is going to be finding fault with your grammar or your English or thinking of bad about it inside their mind. You needn't worry about that at all. You can confidently make mistakes. You can confidently know that nobody's going to think bad about your English or talk bad about your English to someone else behind your back. Even if someone does, if someone's very rude and they say something to your face, you would just have to tell them, please stop. I'm learning for the first time, and this is my first time speaking in English, and I'm trying to learn the language. And I'm not a native speaker, such as yourself, if you want to be sarcastic. So please go ahead and start talking in English. That is the only way for you to be able to communicate and learn the spoken language. You cannot learn to play football by watching football. How many of you can actually tell me I've become a great football player just by looking at, all these videos of the football league matches and the World Cup? I never played a day of football, but I became a great footballer. Never happened. You need to get out on the field. You need to practice. You need to slog it out every single day to become a great footballer. And that practice in the spoken English language comes by speaking, not by reading English, not by writing English, not, yeah, you can't read and tell me, I've done a lot of English today. No, you can't write and tell me I've learned English. No, you need to start talking. Spoken English comes only by practice. So that's the third point. You need to start talking. You need to be confident enough to talk. You need to stop worrying that someone's going to, say something bad about you. Stop feeling guilty about that. I need to practice every single day. To yourself, like if you had watched my other video, you practice in front of a mirror to yourself, and then with your friends, your parents, your loved ones, your brothers and sisters, anybody who's around, anybody who has time, your grandmother, grandfather who is sitting free, pull them, make them sit, and let them give an honest opinion as to what they think, the way that you were speaking and how they think you should improve yourself. And yes, so these would be the 3 easy steps to start speaking in English. Thank you. Happy learning.